For years, rumors about government cover-ups in Michigan have circulated, but new reports and footage suggest something even more chilling.
Michigan has a long history of Bigfoot reports, and that history continues to the present day.
Secret military operations, alien technology, eerie cryptids, and encounters with beings that shouldn't even exist. What's been concealed there is more than just rumors. So stay tuned for the truths no one wants you to know.
We don't want to cross this line. If we do, we'll be arrested.
Started talking with her. I was looking actually at my kitchen window, and I saw these huge lights on the backyard.
Back in March 1994, something truly bizarre lit up the skies over Michigan, and to this day, no one can explain it. More than 300 people, from police officers to ordinary folks, flooded 911 with reports of strange, colorful lights flying in weird formations over several counties. These weren't just flashes. They hovered, moved in sync, then zipped off at insane speeds. Even the National Weather Service radar caught the same odd movements, confirming it wasn't a prank or just the imagination running wild. This wasn't just a UFO sighting. It was a full-blown event, and somehow, it quietly faded from the headlines. So the real question is, what exactly flew over Michigan that night?
Tremendous amount of phone calls about what they considered UFOs.
Michigan legend.
What it is, but it's looking back at me.
In the deep woods of Michigan during the 1970s, something terrifying was caught on camera. Locals had long feared the legend of the Dogman, but this footage made it real. A massive, hairy beast with glowing eyes appeared, standing tall like a man, but dropping to all fours with crazy speed. The way it moved through the trees felt predatory. The person filming knew right away this wasn't a friendly forest critter. It looked like it was stalking. They didn't stick around to find out. They ran, and fast. Mysterious triangle.
Boat is gone, and 340 years later, we still do not know what happened.
There's a slice of Lake Michigan shaped like a dagger, and it's been creeping people out for centuries. Known as the Lake Michigan Triangle, it's packed with stories. Ships vanishing, planes crashing, people disappearing, and even weird UFO sightings. It's smaller than the Bermuda Triangle, but just as strange. It all started in 1679 with a giant fur trading ship, the Le Griffin, that simply vanished. Crew, cargo, everything. Since then, other ships like the Rosabelle flipped upside down with no signs of struggle. And don't get too comfy on land either. People vanish there too. Something's definitely not right in that triangle.
Any evidence of this incredibly expensive load of furs anywhere? No. Their disappearance is a total mystery.
Jonathan Case. In October 1996, Jonathan Reed was hiking in the Cascade Mountains near Seattle when his dog, Susie, darted ahead, barking like crazy. He rushed after her and was stunned to see her fighting a small, human-like creature. Scared and not knowing what else to do, Reed hit it to protect his dog. The creature was about 4 feet tall, with huge black eyes. It didn't look like anything from this world. Reed took it home, hoping to save it, but it didn't survive. For years, no one believed him until he dropped a video online. Now, people aren't so sure he was lying.
Everything that I knew prior to that is gone. And why? Because I saw something?
Giant mystery. An explorer was out enjoying Michigan's peaceful forests, just taking in the views, when something weird caught his eye. Way out in the distance, this huge dark figure was moving slowly, but heavy enough that the ground almost felt it. He didn't move an inch, just stood there, watching from a safe distance. The thing was massive, slipping between the trees like it belonged there, half hidden but still clearly not normal. And honestly, it's a good thing he didn't try to get closer, because messing with something that size, that's how horror stories start. Bigfoot spotted.
Michigan has a long history of Bigfoot reports, and that history continues to the present day.
Now check out another famous Michigan mystery. In September 2016, folks tuning in to a live stream from a bald eagle's nest at Platte River State Fish Hatchery saw more than just birds. Down below, something strange was moving through the trees. It looked tall, dark, and oddly human-shaped. Some viewers swore it had to be Bigfoot. A researcher from the National Bigfoot Museum even chimed in, saying the size and movement matched up with Michigan's old sightings. But a wildlife biologist wasn't so sure, said it was probably just a hiker in dark clothes. Still, deep in Michigan's forests, the mystery lingers. Maybe Bigfoot's watching us now.
Based on the way this being moves, it doesn't match up with any primate.
Dogman. Lately, strange creatures have been popping up in places you'd never expect, and one recent sighting has everyone talking. A figure, first mistaken for a dog, was caught moving through the woods. But zoom in, and its face was way too human. The body looked canine, but the eyes and jaw had something oddly familiar. Some think it's a skinwalker caught mid-shift. Others say it's the Dogman making another appearance. No one knows where it was filmed or who took it, but one thing's for sure. This creature isn't afraid of showing itself anymore. Strange stone. Back in 2007, near Michigan's Traverse Bay, underwater archaeologist Dr. Mark Hawley and his team were diving for shipwrecks. But what they found was way older. At first, it looked like just a line of stones. But then, they spotted something that didn't belong. One stone had what looked like a carving of a mastodon. Yes, the ancient elephant-looking creature. It was so clear. They outlined it in red chalk, and another group of stones formed a circle. That's when people started calling it the Lake Michigan Stonehenge. The big mystery? Who built it? And could it be connected to the builders of England's famous Stonehenge? The Yeti.
Look.
A motion sensor trail cam deep in Fort Wilkins, Michigan, picked up something wild. Literally, for a few seconds, a giant figure moved through the trees. The camera caught its path before it faded right into the forest like it was never there. People who saw the footage swear it's Bigfoot, especially since the creature seemed to vanish right when the trees got thick. Some say these things can blend in like camouflage pros. Real or not, that short clip was enough to send shivers down spines and spark a fresh round of what's really out there.
Oh, whoa. What is that?
Alienoid creature.
Do you speak English?
In 2017, something strange happened that still has people talking. A weird-looking creature showed up, claiming it wasn't an alien, but actually a human from the future. Government agents jumped on it fast, taking it to a secret spot and tying it down for a safer interview. It said humans had changed so much over time, it had turned into a new species and couldn't even have kids with us anymore. That's why it looked different, but still spoke English. Before they could ask more, it warned about an alien invasion coming soon. If true, we're in for a wild ride.
How was the universe created?
Area 51. Find. Area 51 is already shrouded in mystery, but this discovery takes things up a notch. A leaked video shows researchers venturing into a secret tunnel near the base. As they go deeper, strange sounds echo through the dark.
Come on.
Then, out of nowhere, a bizarre creature emerges. It has a long neck that blends into its back, and while it doesn't act hostile, it's definitely not from around here. The team calmly captures it and takes it back for further study. Now, the big question: what else is the government hiding in Area 51? What are they really keeping from us? Pennsylvania encounter.
What was that?
A police officer in Pennsylvania was investigating some reports of illegal activity when he stumbled across something totally unexpected. While shining his flashlight, he saw a massive, humanoid creature that looked exactly like the classic white Bigfoot. He froze, barely believing what he was seeing. But before he could react, the creature disappeared into the night. Some say Bigfoot can disappear using portals. Whatever happened, it's clear there's a lot more to this story that we're not being told. El Pombero. A chilling clip surfaced, showing a creature darting through the woods with an eerie speed and grace. Its movements anything but ordinary. The filmer claimed it was El Pombero, a mythical guardian from South American folklore. El Pombero is known for silently protecting the forest, moving without a sound. In the video, the creature quickly flees from the camera. Lucky for the filmer. Had it come closer, things could have taken a much darker turn. Judging by its appearance, this was no ordinary animal. It seemed like something straight out of legend. North Carolina encounter.
Looks like it's looking over top of that stuff. Look at it.
After that strange Michigan sighting, things only got weirder, because not long after, North Carolina made headlines too. This time, it wasn't just a blur in the woods or a weird sound in the distance. Nope, someone actually locked eyes with what they believed was Bigfoot. And just like that, the mystery spread from the Midwest down to the South. Whatever this thing is, it's clearly not staying in one state. So the big question now, how many of these creatures are really out there, and why are they showing up more often?
So it could be something like a silverback gorilla that sits in that posture.
Shaking shock. An extraordinary encounter is said to have taken place when a man was caught in a conversation with none other than an otherworldly being. The alien, with its unearthly features, exuded a commanding presence, speaking to the man as though he were an equal or even a figure of authority. And yes, they even shook hands. What followed was a mysterious agreement between them. Was it mutually beneficial? Now you've got to wonder what exactly they agreed on. I mean, curiosity is eating me up too. What could they possibly have talked about? Secret bunker.
They would want to do some sort of investigation, try to figure out who did this.
In northern Kent County, Michigan, a hiker came across something strange while scouting for deer hunting spots. Deep in the Rogue River State Game area, about a mile off the trail, he found a hidden bunker tucked under pine and maple trees. The bunker was about 15 feet wide, 3 feet deep, and looked freshly built. It had sandbags stacked around it, tree branches reinforcing the walls, and even a fire pit in the middle. Whoever built it put serious thought into it. Some think it's the work of a survivalist or militia, but others believe it's tied to something more secret, maybe even something extraterrestrial. With no clear answers and officials passing the case around, the real reason still stays buried. Hidden encounter. In 1997, a whistleblower from the U.S. Department of Naval Intelligence dropped a bombshell. He shared a video of what he claimed was an alien being held by the government, captured way back in 1991. The being belonged to a species called the Greys, known for being light-sensitive, which explained why the room in the footage was so dark. According to the whistleblower, these creatures were kept deep inside Area 51, protected in sealed chambers to avoid exposure to human diseases. In the video, officials tried to communicate, but the alien grew unresponsive, and then the clip cuts. It's never been debunked. Kecksburg UFO incident.
Continued on. Reports were coming in from a widespread area, people seeing this thing over the greater Pittsburgh area.
In 1965, the quiet village of Kecksburg, Pennsylvania, got hit with something wild. Locals saw a fireball streak across the sky before it crashed deep in the woods. Curious folks rushed over. What they found looked like a giant acorn or saucer, marked with strange symbols no one could read. But before they could get close, the military swooped in, sealed off the area, and hauled it away. Officials called it a meteor, but the town didn't buy it. Some say alien, others say spy tech, but the truth? Still locked up. Now they celebrate it with a yearly UFO fest.
It's one solid piece of metal. No rivet marks, no weld marks, no seams.
Mystery metal.
Looking at Linda, what is this?
Here is... See all these layers?
In the early 80s, something odd landed on the desk of a popular paranormal radio host. Mystery metal chunks, mailed in by someone claiming to be a retired Army sergeant. Instead of brushing it off, he passed them along to investigative journalist Linda Moulton Howe. She took the pieces to the University of Michigan for testing, and the results were anything but normal. Layered micro-thin like a sci-fi blueprint. The metals, bismuth mixed with a rare magnesium-zinc blend, were arranged in a way modern tech couldn't replicate. The samples have been locked away ever since, fueling theories that these might not be from here.
Yeah, and the top silver, that's the magnesium zinc.
Wild creature. Back in June 2019, a wild video from Michigan had the internet buzzing. It showed waves crashing hard against a bridge. Pretty normal, until something strange popped up. A long, dark creature started wriggling through the water, twisting like a giant eel on the move. It wasn't a log or debris. It looked alive, slithering toward the bridge's south pier before slipping right back under. Folks couldn't stop talking about it. Some swear it was a sea serpent, saying Lake Michigan might be hiding more than just shipwrecks. Whatever it was, it left behind more questions than answers. Area 51.
J-Rod is an alien who allegedly worked at Area 51. It was J-Rod's mission or duty to help reverse engineer.
Hidden way out in the U.S. deep woods, there's a place the government really doesn't want to talk about. Just like Area 51, it's loaded with rumors, only this one's tucked between the trees. Locals whisper about strange sounds, shadowy figures, and lights flickering where no light should be. Some say it's just a military testing ground. Others, they're convinced there's way more going on. Maybe even alien tech or creatures we're not supposed to know about. Whatever it is, the fact that it's all so locked down only fuels the mystery. One thing's clear. Something weird is definitely being hidden out there.
1953 Kingman UFO crash. J-Rod was one of the crash survivors and worked directly with our own government.
Secret base.
As it goes to touchdown, we actually see a triangular-shaped UFO, like something that would be right out of an alien movie.
Back in 2018, something strange was caught on camera during an F-18 landing on the USS Ford. Just as the jet touched down, a triangle-shaped object popped up in the background. And no, it didn't look like anything from our military. It had that classic UFO shape people always talk about. The clip spread fast, and some even claimed it was proof the US is working with aliens. Later, a clean version of the video was released with the object missing, but that only made folks more suspicious. Was it just a glitch, or are we not being told everything?
Is this original video really the original video, or did they edit out the triangular-shaped UFO?
West Michigan sky.
Hundreds of people across West Michigan took to social media overnight, reporting hearing a massive boom echoing across the sky.
On August 12th, 2023, folks across West Michigan were winding down when the sky lit up. And then came the boom, a loud rumble.
It was just insanity. Like, I'm surprised the kids didn't wake up. That's how loud it was at my house.
Strong enough to shake homes, echoed for over a minute from Kentwood to Holland. People rushed online, trying to figure out what just happened. Some called it a meteor, others weren't so sure. Experts say it didn't match the Perseid shower. One woman said it felt like a train going by her window. Whatever it wasn't quiet. And it sure wasn't normal. Was it a space rock or something the government isn't telling us?
Rumbling, and I see clear skies.
Groom Lake.
It's a flat, featureless plane, support the weight of any aircraft, so it's a perfect natural landing field.
Groom Lake, the infamous heart of Area 51, is a place that has long fueled UFO theories. Strange lights and mysterious aircraft sightings are reported here all the time, but it's more than just a secret military base. Some believe this is where the US government reverse engineers alien technology, studying extraterrestrial crafts from UFO crashes. Groom Lake is hidden under layers of secrecy, with rumors of advanced aircraft tests, some of which may not be human-made. What if the base holds something far darker? If the theories are right, Groom Lake could be ground zero for the biggest UFO cover-up in history.
Don't want to cross this line. If we do, we'll be arrested.
Alien tech. While skydiving over Texas in 2014, a guy caught something on camera that still messes with people's heads. As he floated down, he spotted a strange sphere just hanging in the sky. Out of nowhere, a smaller object zipped right toward it, and then the sphere opened up like a hatch. The little craft slid inside, and in the blink of an eye, the whole thing shot upward without a sound or smoke. Just gone. It looked smooth, fast, and nothing like anything we've made. Some say it's alien tech, maybe even a mothership hiding right in plain sight. Melon heads. You've probably heard of strange creatures in the woods, but Michigan's melon heads? Now that's something else. For years, people have reported seeing them lurking in the forest. Strange, short figures with huge, bulbous heads. The stories say they were once normal people, twisted by dark experiments. Locals describe glowing eyes and shadows darting between the trees. But no one can prove they're just stories. Some say the melon heads are just watching. Others think they'll scare off anyone who gets too close. Either way, something's out there, and it's not just your imagination. Confidential. Here's something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it's real. A tiny alien, yep, an actual little creature, was found sealed inside a jar at a secret US facility. And judging by how it looks, this thing's been in there for decades. Even creepier, there's a tag right next to it that literally says confidential. So yeah, someone definitely didn't want us seeing this. Makes you wonder what else the government's been hiding all this time. And whoever leaked this clip, they're probably sweating right now, because this was never meant to get out. Bigfoot screaming.
Oh my god, no. F that.
One night in the deep woods of Michigan, a woman was just driving along a quiet road when she heard something that shook her to the core. A loud, horrible scream came echoing out of the trees.
Oh my god, no. F that.
Like something was either in serious pain or seriously angry. It didn't sound human, not even close. Her instincts kicked in, and she slammed the gas, speeding out of there as fast as she could. She never looked back. And honestly, can you blame her? With screams like that, it's no wonder something is hiding out there. Wild find. In Michigan, something wild just turned up at the bottom of Lake Michigan, and it's shaking up a long-standing legend. Kevin Dykstra and his team think they've found part of a 19th century boxcar, and maybe even the missing Confederate gold that vanished during the Civil War. Using special gear, they picked up metal readings buried deep in the sand. And the crazy part? It's not a shipwreck. It looks like a structure built to hide something. With every dive, they're getting closer. Could Michigan really be hiding a forgotten fortune? This might just be the biggest treasure twist in U.S. history.
We could be just 1 or 2 dives away from seeing gold on the bottom of Lake Michigan.
Reptilians. Now let's talk about one of the wildest theories out there in the US. Some people believe the world's top leaders and A-list celebs aren't even human. According to this theory, they're actually shape-shifting reptilian creatures from another galaxy, secretly running the show. Yep, that's the idea behind the whole reptilian elite thing, made famous by David Icke. Supporters think these reptilians pose as powerful people to control everything from news to politics. Their proof? Weird blinks, strange hand gestures, and odd behavior caught on camera. Sounds crazy, but that mystery keeps the idea alive, even if there's zero real proof to back it up.
I'll be the Christian and tell you this, and then I'll be the Muslim and give the answer.
Being interrogated.
Other planets don't have life. Why, miraculously, does ours not?
Here's Here's another strange case that's got people scratching their heads. It's about an alleged alien interview. Yeah, one of those rare ones where the being looked like us and managed to blend in until the US government caught it slipping. Luckily, it spoke English, or this would have gone nowhere fast. What really throws people off is what it said next. Just like a few others in similar situations, it talked about multiple universes and realities, almost using the same words. So what's going on here? Either it's all a clever fake, or there's knowledge out there way beyond what we're ready for. Skinny Bob. Meet the most mysterious aliens ever caught on camera, Skinny Bob. Supposedly from the Zeta Star system, he's believed to have crash-landed on Earth way back in 1949. Authorities grabbed him fast, took mugshots, and locked him up in a secret facility. For decades, nothing was said, until a guy named Victor leaked a video about 11 years ago. That clip showed Skinny Bob, calm and oddly human-like. Victor claimed he was a gray alien held by the KGB. Rumors say Bob didn't survive long after the leak, but with secrets like this, can we ever really know? Attic cryptid.
Light right through there, like it was searching for a place to look through.
Sometimes the creepiest things aren't in the woods. They're living right next door. In Pennsylvania, a couple started hearing weird crawling sounds coming from their attic late at night. At first, they thought it was an animal, until they spotted a flashlight beaming through a pipe. That's when things got real. Turns out, a 69-year-old man had secretly built a hidden passage to sneak into their home, and even installed a camera. Yep, a real-life nightmare. Thankfully, the cops arrested him, but the couple's just hoping he stays far away so they can finally sleep without checking the ceiling.
I think he should go away for a long, long time.
So that we can sleep soundly at night.
Extraterrestrial proof. While hacking into US government databases, Scottish computer engineer Gary McKinnon stumbled upon a jaw-dropping discovery. He claimed to have found files detailing a non-terrestrial military program with mentions of non-terrestrial officers. But that wasn't all. The files also contained evidence of spacecraft clearly not from Earth, beyond our oceans or skies. This pointed to the existence of a secretive off-planet space fleet, suggesting the US military may have been running a covert space program all along. Enthusiasts have taken these revelations as a clue, eagerly awaiting the next shocking discovery to surface. CCTV truth. In 2008, rumors started swirling about an alien being held in a secret safe house somewhere in the US. According to reports, the alien had wandered too close to a neighborhood when an officer on patrol managed to capture it. The safe house had CCTV, and the footage showed the alien in a bit of a freak-out before it calmed down and started rocking back and forth when the officer returned. The location of the safe house and the identity of the officer remain a mystery, so who knows? Maybe that alien is still nearby, hiding out somewhere. Gray alien. During a routine expedition in an undisclosed location in the US, explorers stumbled upon a gray alien being hooked up to a machine. It looked like the alien was being used as a test subject, possibly by the government. Clearly distressed, the alien seemed irritated by its situation, while a worker, out of sight, appeared to try and calm it down. The video cuts off before we could learn more, leaving us to wonder what's really going on here, and how long has this alien been a part of whatever's happening behind closed doors. Tonopah Test Range. Not too far from the well-known Area 51 sits another place the government doesn't talk much about, Tonopah Test Range. It's way out in the Nevada desert, and let's just say, what happens there doesn't exactly make the news. While it's known for testing top-secret aircraft, folks who've been nearby swear they've seen strange lights zipping across the sky, way too fast and weird to be human-made. Some believe it's just advanced military tech, but others think we might be sharing the space with something not from this planet. Either way, whatever's going on out there, they're definitely keeping it quiet. Peking alien. America's seen its fair share of weird stuff, but this one It's the next level. A creepy video popped up showing some kind of being peeking through a window. It had those classic alien features, huge eyes, skinny face, and it was just standing there, staring, before slipping away into the night like it was never there. People have tried to explain it, but nothing adds up. The creature was never seen again, and honestly, that makes it even creepier. Some say it's proof of visitors from out there. Others aren't so sure, but one thing's clear. Whatever it wasn't normal. Dulce Base. Way out in the desert of New Mexico, there's a place most folks have never heard of. Dulce Base. Sounds like a normal military spot, right? Not quite. Some say it's home to secret labs deep underground, where humans and aliens are experimented on. Yep, like real hybrid stuff. Locals have reported weird lights in the sky and strange noises coming from underground. The government says it's all nonsense, but people who've looked into it, they say Dulce is hiding something way darker. Could it all be true, or just another wild story that's too creepy to be real? Secret MacDill Base. Something strange is going on, and it's happening right here in the US. Places like MacDill Air Force Base and Dulce, New Mexico, aren't just regular military spots. They're packed with secrets. People have seen weird lights in the sky, heard eerie sounds underground, and some even believe alien tech is being hidden and tested. The government keeps quiet, but these stories won't go away. So the question is, what's really going on behind those fences? Whatever it is, it's big enough to stay buried, and that should make all of us pay attention. Hidden Kapustin Yar. Kapustin Yar, Russia's mysterious equivalent of Area 51, is tucked away in a remote part of the south, but it's far from quiet. The site's been linked to UFO crashes dating all the way back to 1948, with rumors swirling that UFO debris is being studied and reverse engineered. Strange lights and sightings of what might be alien crafts only add fuel to the fire, but the Russian government, they're not saying a word. So, what's really going on in Kapustin Yar? Could it be a secret government program or something far darker? The truth is buried deep, and it might be terrifying. Confidential meetup. The Cold War was packed with secrets, and one just came to light that has everyone talking. A super confidential meeting was leaked online, sparking a frenzy. It's said to involve a high-ranking Russian commander during a classified operation. According to the leak, an unearthly visitor arrived, an alien, but not an invader. Instead, it was believed to be a messenger. The creature, with its slim body, oversized head, and piercing black eyes, was unmistakably a gray. What was discussed in this meeting? Well, that's the mystery, and it's one that might change everything. Leaked footage. We've all heard the rumors, alien tech, secret programs, and hidden files that the US government doesn't want us to see. From UFO sightings to strange military bases, there's more going on than we're being told. Ever wonder if they're hiding something huge from the public? Is there proof of extraterrestrial life, or just a massive cover-up? The government's silence speaks volumes, but the truth might be closer than we think. It's time to stop brushing these mysteries off. What if the answers are right under our noses, and they're scarier than we imagined? Caged alien. A guy was exploring the woods when he started hearing something strange. As he moved closer to a noise, his flashlight landed on something unbelievable. Inside a rusted cage sat a creature. Pale skin, large eyes, thrashing and letting out the most scream you could imagine. It didn't look like any animal we know. Honestly, it looked alien. That's when the real questions kicked in. Who locked this thing up? And more importantly, why? Some think it's the government, keeping it hidden for research. Others say they just don't want us to panic. Either way, this felt like something out of a sci-fi movie, but this wasn't fiction. This was real. And if this is what's been caught on camera, what else are they hiding from us? The subscriber's pick. In Michigan, locals had been reporting strange, scary noises coming from the woods for weeks. Some said it sounded like whispers, others like growls. The rumors were so unsettling that local officers decided to investigate. In the early hours of the morning, they entered the forest, armed with only their flashlights and a lot of curiosity. As they wandered deeper into the trees, the noises grew louder until they finally came face to face with something they couldn't explain. A giant, white, humanoid creature was staring at them from just a few meters away. Frozen in fear, the officers didn't know whether to run or try to understand what they were seeing. One thing was clear: the rumors weren't just rumors. Something was lurking in those woods. What exactly, though, remains a mystery. Could this creature be one of the most bizarre secrets the government's hiding?